Hi, my name is Melissa Garza for BeEnspired, and in this episode, I want to talk about breaking up and moving on from things in your life and circumstances where um, people, relationships no longer serve each other and both parties go both ways. And this can happen in many different situations. It can happen in friendships, work environments, romantic relationships, and in relationships even with family members or there's just so many different relationships that you can put this in. But recently, today, yesterday, I went through a breakup myself, and somebody who I really, really liked. And I really feel like, kind of taking the hindsight and looking at the relationship, I wonder at myself, what was I bringing to the table or what did I offer? And in this point in my life, I feel like I'm really in a state of, I would say, a state of unsure, a state of transition, a state of going from one point to another. And I personally didn't feel like I had enough to give to a partner, and or at least to offer up who I was. And definitely, I'm very committed in different ways. I'm committed to my spirituality. I'm committed to finding out and exploring where I fit in this world. And for this person, they basically said, they were on their own path and they said it wasn't me, and that's what everybody says. So that it was them, and but when you really look at things, and even in my book, I write this. I'm very clear about it as well. In A Shark's Guide to Setting Boundaries, is when you are ready to release certain people from your life. Um, no matter what happens, people are going to get hurt. And I do feel hurt about this situation. Um, it was something that, even though it's short term, I was very invested in. But I think in the hindsight is to how, really realize how we have the power to control our emotions, and, what we allow ourselves to feel, and what we allow ourselves to say, we're no longer going to tolerate or deal with in our lives. And at this point in my life, I'm coming to a realization where I'm putting different facets together of my life, and in areas that have always been a struggle for me, which is career and relationships. Those areas, I would love to have some more consistency there. I would love to feel more inspired and accepted, and personally, a sense more of a sense of belonging, that I'm accepted for who I am. And I want to be honest because, I could be here and tell you to be awesome and great and be yourself, and that's honestly what I think you should do. Um, but then there's a part too where people get the reality of it, finances, providing a roof over your head. Um, you know, are you actually supporting or engaging in a partner or a relationship? And it's really causing me to think a lot about who I am as a person and what I want to bring to the table. So I think that no matter what is happening right now in my life, it feels like things were going good for a bit, and then the shift just happened, and I was brought back down again. And those moments happen. It's like one moment life is very cyclical. One moment things work out, the next moment something doesn't work out. But I really do believe that things happen for a reason, and I like looking at the world that way because I think it's more of a positive outlook. And I really need to realize that um, God has a different plan for me, and He has a different plan for you, no matter what in your life you're going through and it's working out, or if it's not working out, that either this person or someone better is going to come along and bring that joy into your life. So I definitely think that, and it's so hard, I've talked about this before, learning about the principles of detaching yourself and not being so stuck on the outcome with a specific person. And it just, I don't know how to put it. It just, I do feel a sense of loss. I do feel a sense of pain. And I think that goes to true even when you have a job and you really like it, and then let you go, whether you get laid off or you get fired. And it's kind of out of your control in a sense. These are things that you put your heart and soul into, and you try your best, and you are given an opportunity again, and you never know what's going to happen. You succeed or you fail, or maybe it's not about success and failure. Maybe it's all about this eternal length of growth that everybody seems to have. So uh, I don't know exactly, like I said, what's happening in my current state of my life right now. I don't know, how my future is going to look for me in the next month or 2 months or maybe 3 months. I'm not looking so far ahead at this time. I think I need to look at the reality of things, and that's making sure I got a roof over my head and food to eat, and having good relationships in my life to support me rather than being alone. And that is another thing. If you have friends and you're going through any kind of trouble and a breakup, or an end of a relationship, you really have to look at yourself on the other side too, and think, what would love do if you were that other person, and you love them and you want them to have the best life possible. I think it's best that let them go, set them free, wish them the best, and separate any kind of ties that you may have. If you have any social media, it's best to maybe remove those things, so you're not looking on to see somebody's page or seeing what they're up to or what they're doing. Um, Maybe it's best for them to not be seeing you as well. Just kind of remove yourself from the other person's life, depending on where you at in your life and what you feel comfortable with. Because sometimes, well, a lot of the times, as they say, or maybe they just say this to make you feel better, is rejection is God's protection. So I honestly, I don't want to reveal too much, but I will reveal this. And a lot of the dreams that I've had since meeting this person I've been with, they haven't have been as strong as some of the other people I've met, and I felt very, very awkward about things. Like, just something wasn't laying right with me. And if that can be me, my internal thing, I have no idea what the other person's going through. I have no idea what they're going through in their life. I have no idea if they're being honest with me or not. They can make that choice for themselves. I guess the only person that you can control is yourself. So even though you're going through any kind of emotional turmoil, any frustration, and trust me, I feel like that is very weighing on me today, because I just feel this heaviness around me. I feel this heaviness, and I feel not light and not supported, if that makes any sense. I don't feel kind of free and joyous and supportive. I feel a little bit more heavy. Um, my heart is heavy. In certain areas, because you want things to work out right, but you just don't know why they don't or why they do. And I guess the best thing is to do is just, take it day by day, stride by stride, and find somewhere else to devote your time with. And I guess that there was a part of me really hoping that the relationship sector of my life was really going to start becoming settled and becoming a lot more supported. And it kind of, I feel like the rug just was pulled underneath from me, because I was really hoping for that. And I have been hoping for that for some time in my life, and it just hasn't been seeming to work out. And trust me, I want to get a little teary-eyed about it. But I don't know why or why not. I don't know what it is about me. If I'm not being strong enough, or if I'm certain things that do me, some things that happen that are about my character. But I think that no matter what, I am all that I am, and I am me. So take me as I am, love me as I am, and I know that I personally am enough. and I think I'm a great person. I feel like I know I'm a great person. I have a great heart, and I have a lot to offer somebody. And wow, this just sounded like a dating profile. But I just really wanted to bring that to your attention. It's like when these breakups happen in your life, and other people remove themselves and they no longer want to continue the relationship. And I do talk about this in my book. It's really, really best for you to let it go. And I know it is so hard. And I know, if you need to cry your eyes out, cry your eyes out, bawl your eyes out. Don't fake what you're feeling. Let yourself feel it, get through it, get over it. I noticed that some things do help. There's a supplement which I recommend. Take everything at your own discretion, but it's called 5-HTP. That really helps with some heartbreak if you're feeling a lot of stress through that. I think that that can definitely help you. So I'm going to leave this at that, and I just, like I said, I'm thanking all of you, my audience, whoever you are out here in the YouTube universe, that you are seeing a part of who I am. And I want you to come along on this journey with me and really see what happens and develops in my life. At this point, like I said, I really feel like I've been in a transition period for a while, and I'm open and receptive to see what is going to come into my reality and show me that it's the right thing to do. And honestly, there's so many principles of everything, and whether or not something is the right thing or the wrong thing or whatever, you make your own personal judgment calls about your life, and you are the captain of your ship, and you're the captain of your soul. So don't forget that. So I hope, and like I said, main focus is going to be working on finding work and also getting my book copywritten and completed so I can move on to the next stages. But thank you so much again for listening to me today. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And once again, this is Melissa Garza for BeEnspired. And thank you for letting me share a little bit of myself with you. Good night.